Hey, how you going? This is Shane Hodge and this is the Comeback Channel. And I want to thank you for watching the last few weeks, the series on relationships, kids and pawns, tug of war. And we're talking about the fact that when there's a bust up, we don't want the children of that bust up to be a casualty. And we've had like 37,000 people watch this series over the last 4 or 5 weeks. And a lot of people are asking me to summarise it into some points where they can actually take it away and they can use it to make a difference in their lives. But the other thing that's come out of all the comments, that a lot of people are saying, Shane, you know, that sounds so perfect, sounds so fantastic. I really would like to make it work, but you know, it's going to be difficult. Well, let me tell you this. It's like if you're inside a house and it's a beautiful sunny day outside and you've got the curtains drawn and you want to let that sunshine in, guess what? You've got to do something. Now what do you got to do? You've got to open up the curtains. Now you've got two choices. You can sit there and say, gee, I'd like to let that sunshine in and do nothing. Or you can go, I'm going to let it in, I'm going to open up the curtains. So what I'm going to ask you is, if you want to have a chance at the happiness, what do? You've got to be prepared to do something. Right? You can sit there and whinge and complain as much as you want, but unless you do something, nothing's ever going to happen. So when it comes to relationship bust up, if you want to let the sunshine in, do something. Open up the curtains. I'm going to help you a little bit more. I'm going to give you what I call the 5 truths. And they're a little bit tough, but when you face these 5 truths, it's easier to open up those curtains. The first truth is, if you've decided you're going to get divorced and it's game over, guess what? That's the truth. It is game over. And no more plotting and planning that you're going to try and win them back or anything like that. You're going to interrupt their lives. None of that is true anymore. The truth is, it's over. The second truth is, and this may hurt a little bit, that the person you've been living with and loving all those years may have another partner in their life. It may be a new man, it may be a new woman, doesn't matter. It's a new partner. And the truth is, you're going to have to be able to accept that. The third truth is, it is what it is. If you busted up and you're no longer husband and wife, if you're no longer partners, the truth is, you're still parents. That is what it is, and that's going to stay the same for the rest of your lives. So own up to it. It is what it is. You were parents before. Just because you got divorced doesn't mean you're parents any longer. It is what it is. You are parents. The fourth truth, the rules already exist. So when those new players come into the team, they've got to play by the existing rules. They're not got to invent their own. So those new partners in your life, tell them the truth. The rules are already there. You are already a parent, you already have children, and you already have a responsibility, and they're the rules, and they cannot be changed. The fifth truth is, there will be blood. You've seen that movie where they guarantee there's going to be fight? I guarantee you, when you have a divorce, when you have trouble, speaking from experience, there will be a little bit of trouble. And you've got to accept that, and you've got to understand it's not going to be all bright and rosy, but most importantly is, there is peace at the end if you want to work through it. It all comes down to, you want to see that sunshine? You've got to do something. You've got to open up the curtains. In this case, what the curtain is a curtain of truth. We've got to open that up, allow the truth to come in, and then we can see a bit of sunshine on the relationships. And even though they're over, we're going to make sure we can work through the kids. So that about sums it up. And what I want to do is, I want to say I've really appreciated all this. I hope you follow the 5 truths. I look forward to the next few weeks. We're going to cover another series. And until then, I just want to thank you for coming to YouTube. I want to thank you for going to Amazon.com. And most importantly, I want to send out love to you, and I'll send you hugs, and we'll talk to you next week. Thanks a lot.